Hey there, welcome back. My name is Katie. If you're new to my channel, this is Louisiana Cooking and Living, and today we're making some shrimp and corn soup. Sounds so good today. Today, or this weekend, we've had some quote-unquote fall temperatures now that September hit. We're in the upper 60s this morning. It was so nice outside, and I wanted to get some soup done because it made me want some soup in this cooler weather. Just can't wait for fall to hit, so I just couldn't wait. So we're going to make the shrimp and corn soup. Super yummy, super easy to put together. The hardest thing really is chopping your vegetables and sauteing them. So anybody can do that. So let's just get started. So here on my cutting board, I have like a handful of these little potatoes. My potatoes, for 2 years I've tried to grow potatoes in grow bags, and this is what I get, these little bitty potatoes. So if you want like one regular sized potato and just kind of chop it up, these bigger ones, there's a bad spot on this one. I'm going to just cut that one in half, and then I'll cut this one in half just so they're all the same size. So that's what we have for potatoes. And onions from my gardens. They didn't grow very big, but you know what? This is onion I don't have to buy. So we'll get these diced up. Need about 1 onion. And then also 1 bell pepper. I don't have a bell pepper. I just have these smaller sweet peppers, so we're just going to use these today. We'll just take the seeds out. Have a nice little handful of garlic, so we're going to cut the ends off of this. And the only other thing would be a couple of stalks of celery. I don't happen to have any of that, so I'm going to use some celery salt that I made with you guys. If you're interested in trying to make some celery salt, I can leave that video linked up here in the cards real quick. All right, I'm going to get these chopped up, and then we'll move on to our shrimp. So let me get these chopped up real quick. All right, so I bought these wild-caught Gulf shrimp at Costco today. This is 2 pounds of shrimp. Typically, you'd use a smaller shrimp for a soup, so it fits on your spoon, but we're just going to cut all these shrimp in half. I know they're not quote-unquote Louisiana shrimp, but they are from the Gulf. I just want to show that you could buy frozen shrimp in your grocery store, wherever you are, and still buy wild-caught American shrimp. So we're just going to get these all cut in half, and then we'll move over to the stovetop. All right, so we have a stick of butter melting in our Dutch oven here. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. I just had it on low while I was chopping my veggies. And I'm going to add my vegetables here to my Dutch oven. Very pretty together. I'm going to crush my garlic with my garlic press. If you're ever interested in any of the equipment I use, I do have a link down in the description box. It doesn't cost you any extra to order from my link. It just helps my channel out. All right, there's our garlic. I'll make sure we get all that garlic. All right, we'll get these sauteing here. And like I said, because I didn't have any celery, I'm just going to use some celery salt I made. My celery didn't really produce anything except for leaves, and so I just freeze-dried the leaves and then ground those up with some salt. All right, we're going to get these sauteing, and we'll be back. If y'all could smell this right now, it smells so good. The butter, the onions, the peppers, the garlic, so good. So to this, we're going to just go ahead and add our potatoes to it. I know it's not a lot, but that's all we got. 1 can of cream style corn. And then typically people will add a can of just corn. I don't buy canned, just plain corn. I buy frozen corn. So I'm going to put like a can's worth of frozen corn. I just got this frozen corn at Trader Joe's. I've used it a few times. It's what I've got left in this bag. So we're going to add this. Give this a stir. Now I have whipping cream. Let me stir that and then I'll talk. I have whipping cream I got at Costco. And I don't ever see anybody else using Costco whipping cream and having this brand. But this brand is like super thick. It's like heavy whipping cream on steroids. So the recipe calls for a quart. And I'm going to use about 3 cups of this, 3/4 of it. And then I'm just going to add milk. See how thick this is? And then I'm going to add milk for my last cup. If you want to use half and half instead of whipping cream, you could. Which half and half is half whipping cream, half milk. I'll give this a stir. We're going to bring this up to a boil. And to this, I'm also going to add a couple of dashes of Worcestershire sauce. Not much. And then I'm going to add a quart of shrimp stock. I think when I was making fried shrimp with you guys, I was telling you when I was peeling the shrimp that I was going to be making shrimp stock with my peels, and I did. So this is some shrimp stock here, a quart of it. You can use chicken stock if you don't have shrimp stock, or you can buy, I think you can buy fish stock or whatever in the grocery store. And now I'm just going to add some of my Cajun seasoning to this. I have mentioned this before. I do sell this on Etsy. If you want to check that out, I'll leave a link to my Etsy page down in the description box. So we're going to add that. We're going to bring this to a boil. We're going to cook these potatoes. And not until the potatoes are cooked are we going to add the shrimp, because the shrimp don't take long. And the potatoes take quite a bit of time, probably 15-20 minutes to cook. So we're going to cook the potatoes, and then we'll come back and add our shrimp to this. So our soup has been simmering. Our potatoes are almost ready. I actually ended up throwing in a splash of this crab oil. I thought that would be very good in here, so we did that. I'll go ahead and dump my shrimp in here. It's going to bring our temperature down because they're slightly frozen still. If I can get them off in here. All right. And normally I would add in some green onion right now, but I don't have any of that. But I do have some freeze-dried green onion that I had freeze-dried. So I'm going to throw some of this in there. All right. So we'll give this a simmer just to get these shrimp cooked, and then we will be ready to taste test. All those pretty colors in there. All right, we're going to give this a quick try and see if we need to adjust our seasonings at all. Very good. That shrimp stock, that just really comes through in this. Something else you could add to this would be some smoked sausage. That'd be really good. I've just been kind of thinking of different variations. And we'll just go ahead and give this a real taste test. All right, I'm going to turn my burner off. I don't want that cream to burn. Serve it alongside some saltines crackers. You could use some, it's like some garlic bread. Look how yummy that is. Alrighty, let's give this an official taste test. All right, let's give it a taste test. So hot. This is gonna burn me. All the steam, I don't know if you can see it coming through on the camera. Maybe I'll get a little bite of cracker first. Something you find in most Cajun restaurants is just some saltines on the table, a little butter packets, and that is like an appetizer for us. Love a good saltine. You can dip it in the juice of your soup. All right, let's give this a try. That is so good. I'm so excited for fall and cooler weather. That little bit of crab oil. If you don't have crab oil, I don't know. You just need to have some crab oil in your life. It added to so many different pastas and soup. And of course, when you're boiling shrimp or crawfish or crabs, crab oil is so good. This was so good. I hope you give this recipe a try. It's so super easy. The longest thing really is either chopping your vegetables or sauteing them so they're soft and then simmering for those potatoes. It's not a hard recipe at all. I hope you give this recipe a try. You can even put it in a crock pot and let it simmer all day while you're at work and then throw the shrimp in at the end when you get home from work. So we'll see you next time. If you haven't ever subscribed, we ask that you subscribe and share these videos with your friends and family, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.